And welcome back. Well, we have somebody that's been on our show before, Scott Farthing. He is directing a play down at Saddleback College called Godspell. I'm sure you've heard of it, and it's nice to have you back again.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
And this is very interesting. As I said a little bit earlier, this is more than just a play. It's an entire event that you're putting on.
That's absolutely correct.
Tell me about what it all entails.
Well, what we decided we wanted to do this summer is create a community event, a free event for people to come and bring a picnic. It's outside. There is a whole idea of using theater and using performance as a way to connect to the greater community. And in this day where everything's so expensive, we thought, let's invite everybody. It's a free thing. Bring food. There are food trucks available for purchase. Dessert trucks. We have raffles with fantastic prizes like whale watching tickets and champagne baskets and a pass to Burke Williams Spa. And all tied around this beautiful musical called Godspell by Stephen Schwartz.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. And what I think is really nice about this is just the fact that, one, it's free, which is great. I mean, obviously, if somebody wants to buy food and that sort of thing.
Right.
But to go over there and just have a nice, enjoyable evening and watching a great performance. You guys do great work down there. And food and fun, and it's really something that's very different, and I like that.
It is, and so for instance, one of the exciting things is we have a whole zone set up for children, so that during the show, instead of having to sit there and be still and all of this, there's a place that they can go run around, and we have face painting and the company Characters for Kids have people that will be coming and doing balloon animals, and it's kind of this carnival event is really what it is, and just bringing the community together for fun. And that's the whole point of the show, is it's about building community. And it's kind of a perfect marriage of those two ideas.
How is this going to affect the actors when a lot of the audience members, maybe up to half, are kind of being a little noisy, doing different things, and
well, you know, it's the ultimate in concentration.
Yeah,
I mean, it really.
So they
is.
have to. They're already prepared. So
they're already prepared.
There may be people there that aren't really watching what we're doing, but they're there.
They're there, and if you ask those children, you know, once they go to an event like that, if you ask those children if they saw a show, they might have run around for the last 2 hours playing, but they will think they have seen a show.
Right.
And they'll have such a positive thing. And for the actors, what a great way to have concentration skills. But I have to tell you, the lights are so bright for the actors, and the sound system is so fantastic, they're not even going to know. They're going to be so involved in their story that what happens outside of that.
Speaking of the story, tell me about Godspell. It's been around for, I don't know, how many years? 30, 40 years?
40 years.
40 years, okay.
It was originally
written
in the
70s, right?
Early 70s.
Yeah.
And it was written as kind of a reaction to the social unrest of the time and the Vietnam War and all of these things that were happening. And it actually was a college thesis project is how it started. And it's based off of the parables of Jesus from the book of Matthew, and where it talks about loving your neighbor and building relationships with people and how we interact with everyone in our community. And it's just a beautiful story. And this was one of the first musicals that was written so that the music could be taken out of context and made into the popular songs on the radio. And so people would know the songs before they'd actually, or if they ever even saw the show, they would have heard the song like Day by Day, which churches use all over, synagogues use all over. It was a really brilliant way to introduce this show into the greter community.
Day by Day, yeah.
Yeah.
The one that's sung by the Fifth Dimension,
I think so,
time.
yeah.
I think, did this come about the same time as the Jesus Christ Superstar one?
This preceded Jesus Christ Superstar.
Because I think sometimes people might mix those two
They
up.
might mix the two. Godspell really is not the life story where Jesus Christ Superstar kind of is.
Right.
Godspell is really the teachings, the core of the teachings of Jesus in it so far as using the parables and using those beautiful images. And we've taken a very different approach to this. The choreographer that we're working with is one of my colleagues at the college by the name of Deidre Cavazzi, and she's a specialist in modern dance and what she calls architectural dance. So using the architecture of the places around her to inform her choreography.
Okay.
And so it's it's a very organic dancing kind of thing. The musicians are all top-notch, fantastic under the musical direction of Lex Lee. And I'm really hoping that our community embraces this. This is not about us getting ticket money or anything. This is about building connection and building and offering this beautiful present to the Saddleback College community.
This is up at the upper campus quad. Is there a stage up there? Are you building one, or it's just people are going to kind of look down on the quad?
They built this incredible stage with 4 levels.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, it is really quite impressive. And we have a section for people that can't sit on the ground, so there'll be chairs in we're going to call it the VIP section, but it's really for our audience, our patrons that aren't able to get up on the ground, up and down off the ground. I'm one of those people. And it's upper quad, and if for nothing else, there's this beautiful Veterans Memorial that the show is right up against. So it's kind of this beautiful juxtaposition of this honoring our veterans.
Right.
Then this show about beautiful community and building a beautiful city, and then you have the opportunity to watch the sunset as the show starts. It's really quite special. I'm very excited about it.
And this is the first time you've done something like this?
This is for this magnitude on the college campus. This is the first time. So we're not really sure who's going to be there. We're not really sure. We are anticipating absolutely every scenario. And Saddleback is so blessed to have this incredible staff of people that are putting this together. And they've been working on it for a year at least, making sure that this is just the right thing to start this kind of summer conservatory, theater under the stars idea. And
if somebody wants to go to this, I want to mention it's Friday and Saturday, both at 7:30 at the Saddleback of the Upper Campus Quad. What's the best way, if people aren't familiar with Saddleback, to come in off of Marguerite, or where
I
to
would
park?
come in off of Marguerite and park in the Fine Arts parking lot.
Okay.
And there'll be a tram service that takes people as usual. And then the library parking as well. There's a special lot there for our library patrons. That's actually going to be the best place to park.
Okay.
And again, completely free. I would encourage people to get there a little early.
Okay.
To make sure they have a great spot and be able to see. But it's
Can they bring chairs? You said there's some chairs for some people.
You can bring the low back chairs. You can bring blankets. We're encouraging people to bring picnics. We'd ask no glass bottles or alcohol or anything.
And food will
like
be
that.
there, obviously.
Food will be there
trucks.
for purchase. I know that we have a grilled cheese truck
and
a hamburger truck. And then at intermission, we have a gelato truck and a snow cone truck.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, come on, that's summer right there.
Yeah.
Snow cones, gelato, music, theater, it's fantastic.
All right. It really does sound like a great event. It's free. You can't beat that. The weather's going to be nice. It's at a great location. Scott, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
And what's coming up in the fall? You're working on something?
We already have the fall planned. I'll be directing the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. That'll be our first show up, and then they'll be doing the Charlie Brown Christmas.
Oh, great.
In conjunction with our Feast of Lights, which is the 40-year-old music tradition. So we're encouraging people the first weekend of December, buy a ticket to Feast of Lights, and then go into Your Good Man Charlie Brown. It's it's a lovely time.
Very good. We'll have you back then.
Great. Thank you
We'll
so
We'll
much.
have some of the cast from Charlie Brown.
Great.
That'll be fun.
We'll appreciate it.
All right. Take care.
Thank you.
We'll be back in just a moment again. That is this Friday and Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Saddleback College at the Upper Campus Quad. It is free. We'll be right back.